time for this week's CEO's blog, and John, it's been another busy week. Plenty of Carnival of Cups meetings, starting at Tamworth last week, where the Golden Guitar final was taken out by Red Belly Jack.
Yeah, great win. The Zurab family must be congratulated there, but the club must be congratulated. Most unwelcoming weather during the afternoon certainly affected the crowd, but everyone was thrilled with the racing. Red Belly Jack down the outside, terrific win, but probably Maddie Simon and her first drive, first win was the highlight of the night. The crowd really got behind her, and congratulations, and even a little bit more congratulations to her, or more so to Chris Garrard, who was one of the sponsors in there on the night. He has actually given a new Rio sulky to Maddie, so she got off to a flying start, and in the Rio she'll keep flying along.
Yeah, she sure will. Okay, well then it was Goulburn's Carnival of Cups meeting on the Sunday, and Tiger Tara won the main race there.
Yeah, after the disappointment the night before when the Carnival Cups of Junee was called off due to the extremely inclement weather, Goulburn on the Saturday night looked as if it was in trouble. 50 millimetres of rain fell within 50 minutes right on the track on the Saturday night, but the track the next day was perfect. The crowd was strong, and a great race with Tiger Tara, and he moves on, as we know, to bigger and better things, hopefully.
Yeah, okay, we'll just touch on the Junee Carnival of Cups. So that was washed out on the Saturday, and that Carnival of Cups meeting has now been rescheduled? It
has been rescheduled. Now, we don't reschedule meetings. The calendar is so congested, and it's so difficult to find new spots more than a day or so after the abandonment, but through the fantastic cooperation of the Junee Club and the Wagga Club, Graham White and Linda Inwood there, Joanne Judd was certainly working the phones as well. We've been able to find a new date for the Carnival Cups at Junee, and that will now be in March 17, and Wagga has moved off that date. They'll go to Tuesday night. They go from Saturday night to Tuesday night, so keep trainers and owners should keep an eye on the programs, because the racing is still guaranteed, and it's great that Junee will have their Carnival of Cups meeting.
Yeah, I think Wagga's meeting's been moved to March 27, so which is a Tuesday night. Okay, let's talk about, while we're talking about Wagga, let's talk about the Wagga track down there. I believe you were in that area taking a look at the new site and how it's progressing. Yeah,
well, as I said, a lot of weather in that area on the weekend, but it certainly hasn't stopped the construction of the complex. The track is easily identified now from the ground, and we're moving along very, very rapidly with there, and I congratulate Ladex, our builders, and of course everyone else that's involved with making sure that fantastic facility is up and running later in the year.
Okay, let's keep talking about race results, because I jumped ahead of myself there. The Breeders' Plate at Leeton was held on Australia Day, a new date for the race, and was won by Major Roll, who ran a pretty slick time.
Yeah, Major Roll, Stevie Maguire, he certainly has known how to produce a very good horse, and this is another. He's been around the industry for quite a while, but yeah, Major Roll, a good win. In some respects, we will certainly look at the race. We'll look at the new date. We'll look at the outcome of the race and nominations and performances, and we'll sit down with the club and we'll review what was a successful race meeting, but we'll review how we take it further forward.
Yeah, how do you think the race date change for that feature race affected numbers this year?
It's interesting. Two-year-old racing across Australia has somewhat been delayed. Now, New South Wales is the only jurisdiction that says there won't be a race before 1st of January, but it's interesting that the other jurisdictions, Victoria, South Australia, Western Australia, their first two-year-old races have been well into January. So interesting, but that's something we'll look at with the club, what the Breeders' Plate. It's a traditional race that everybody would like to have an opportunity to win, so it certainly has a place on the calendar.
Okay, well, let's talk about a feature race outside of New South Wales. It's the Hunter Cup this Saturday night at Melton, and New South Wales has a strong representation. We've got Tiger Tara, Bling It On, and Yaya's Hotspot.
Yes, and Lenny the Shark, of course, when he's trained from the training centre. But no, to all three horses, they're all viable propositions in this race. They all can win. Of course, Bling It On is the defending champion. Tiger Tara has done an enormous job this season. In the fact that he's been in New South Wales, he's been in New Zealand, he's been in Western Australia, and now he'll be down in Victoria, and he'll be, I think he'll be carrying the flag very, very high for us. But the other two, Yayas and Bling It On, they're right there, and I can easily see New South Wales a trifecta in the race, tongue-in-cheek if I throw Lenny in as well.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, keep an eye out for it, and I guess it's a good kickstart to the Sky Racing Carnival of Miracles, which begins the following Saturday.
Yes, it does, and it's on us all of a sudden. We only just last year celebrated 50 years of Miracle Miles. This is the 51st, and as we say every year, this is a better race than the one the year before, which was a better race than the year before that. But we'll wait and see. We'll see how the horses come through. But the Chariots of Fire is going to be a fantastic race on the first night of the carnival. We have the two sprints then, and then we have that magnificent field that will assemble on Saturday night, the 24th, for what will be another memorable Miracle Mile.
Most definitely. Okay, so John, coming up this Sunday is the TAB Carnival of Cups meeting at Orange, and a pretty big program planned out there. Yeah,
great racing on the grass at Tamworth Park. 2 weeks ago we had the first of the two meetings for the season, and whilst it was quite hot, everyone enjoyed the grass and the atmosphere that is around there. But this Sunday it's the main event. 8 very good races, strong fields, and of course the main race, in my opinion, the main race is the Drivers' Invitation, drawing together some really talented drivers to compete at Orange. The Banjo Patterson is their main race, but still it's a great afternoon's racing. I recommend everybody make it to Tamworth Park.
I noticed they had the Gallops racing there this week as well.
Yes, they did. It was a soft track, so the reading was harness racing. The horses will accommodate that easily, and the trainers they're to be congratulated for supporting this meeting.
Exactly. Well, there's also a big meeting at Canberra that day as well. Yeah,
the Canberra Cup. 9 races in Canberra, so it's great to see that we can put on 2 meetings in close proximity, really, in New South Wales, and have strong fields. So 9 races there, the Canberra Cup. It's a good field, and I wish the Canberra Club all the best with that one as well.
Well, there's so much happening this week, and kicking off tomorrow is the Teal Pants campaign.
Yes, and we're out to raise more money, or our girls are out to raise more money for ovarian cancer than what they have before, and our ambassadors for this year are leaders in every respect. We've got Lauren Tritton, we've got Amanda Turnbull, and of course we've got the leading trainer across the state, and it's a female, and it's Kerry Ann Turner, so she's doing a wonderful job. So the boys, take note of that. We can't suggest that the girls win all the races, but they'll be out there trying, and we raised $40,000 for cancer research ovarian cancer research last year, so hopefully we can go even better this year.
Yeah, okay.
And of course we kicked off at Leeton, when the Leeton Club, who aren't in this space of time, and we've got $4,000 to start it straight away. Thankfully from the people on the Leeton track on that night, Rod Smith and Julie Smith, who doubled the money raised there, and of course Rod, with his other cap of Chairman of Harness Racing New South Wales, said we'll kick in too. So 4,000 kick-off is a fair amount that we can take forward.
Yeah, it's a great start.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it's what we've got. And I may have mentioned that we're looking at doing something for men's prostate cancer research, and we'll roll that out a little bit later in the year.
Yeah, watch this space.
Watch this space, yes.
Let's also talk about Bob McArdle. He passed away.
Yeah, Bobby McArdle, he's an institution in the breeding ranks around Australia and New Zealand. He's actually, many people thought he was in New Zealand, but he came from Tasmania, and he was involved with so many imports of stallions, so many exports of mares, and the sales of horses across the Tasman. To his family, our condolences. He was a worthy contributor to harness racing on an international stage. So Bob McArdle, rest in peace.
Would you like to add anything else to this edition?
Not at all. I'll leave it up to you, Amanda.